Hello my friends, Dr. Mandell here. If you are over 60, listen closely because your legs are your lifeline. They carry you, support you, and give you independence. But as we age, our muscles naturally weaken, especially in the legs. The good news, you can fight back starting tonight. In this video, I'm going to share 3 powerful bedtime vitamins that can help you strengthen your legs, improve circulation, and maintain balance so you can keep moving freely without fear of falls or weakness. My friends, I want to talk to you from the heart about something that too many people overlook until it becomes a problem: your legs. I cannot tell you how many men and women I meet, especially over the age of 60, who tell me they wish they had started taking better care of their legs earlier. You see, we often think about heart health, brain health, even our vision, and all of those are very important, but your legs are your foundation. They are your wheels, your transportation, your freedom. Without strong, stable legs, everything in life becomes harder. Getting out of bed, walking across the room, climbing a set of stairs, carrying groceries, playing with your grandkids. These are not small things. These are the things that give your life independence, dignity, and joy. And when your legs weaken, you start to lose not only strength, but confidence in your ability to move through the world safely. Now here's the truth. After we hit our 60s, the body naturally begins to lose muscle mass at a faster rate. This is called sarcopenia. It's not a disease. It's a natural process, but the problem is that it speeds up if we don't take action. Sarcopenia can rob you of up to 3-5% of your muscle mass every decade after 30, but after 60, that process accelerates. And where do you feel it first? In your legs. Why? Because your legs carry your full body weight. They stabilize you when you walk, and they keep you balanced when you bend, turn, or climb. They are your largest muscle groups, and they require the most energy and the most nutrients to stay strong. When those muscles start to shrink, every movement becomes harder. You don't notice it at first. Maybe you get a little winded on the stairs. Maybe you avoid walking long distances. But over time, those little changes add up. You start moving less, which means your muscles weaken even more. That's when you enter a dangerous cycle. Weakness leads to less movement. Less movement leads to more weakness. But there's another part to this story that people don't talk about enough. Weak legs don't just slow you down, they increase your risk of falling, and falls are one of the leading causes of serious injury for people over 60. A single fall can lead to a hip fracture, and a hip fracture can change the entire course of someone's life. I've seen people who were living independently, active, and happy suddenly become dependent on others after one bad fall. And my friends, I'm here to tell you we can prevent so much of that. Strengthening your legs is not just about looking good or feeling strong. It's about protecting your life, your independence, and your ability to keep doing the things you love. Now the good news, and I want you to really hear this, your body is ready to respond to what you give it, no matter your age. I have seen people in their 70s, 80s, even 90s build stronger legs and regain mobility. The body is an amazing machine. It repairs, it rebuilds, it adapts, but only if you give it the tools it needs. And this is where knowledge becomes power. If you understand what your muscles need, not just exercise, but also the right nutrients, you can give them the fuel to rebuild while you sleep. Because believe it or not, most of your muscle repair and recovery happens at night when you're resting. This is why what you do before bed, including the vitamins and minerals you take, can have such a huge impact on your strength. Think about it this way. Your legs are like the foundation of a house. If the foundation starts to crack, the whole structure is at risk. You wouldn't wait until your house was falling apart to fix it. You strengthen it as soon as you saw the first signs of weakness. Your body works the same way. If you've noticed your legs feeling weaker, slower, or less steady, that is your body's way of saying, help me now. And help doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it's as simple as walking more each day, doing light resistance exercises, and making sure your body has the vitamins and minerals it needs to repair and rebuild those muscles overnight. But I want to touch on something else, the mental side of leg weakness. When your legs are strong, you move without thinking. You walk into a room confidently. You go up and down stairs without hesitation. You take long walks without fear. But when your legs start to weaken, you become cautious. You start holding on to railings more, taking shorter steps, or avoiding certain activities. You may not even realize it, but your brain is making adjustments to protect you. Unfortunately, that caution can turn into fear, and fear can turn into avoidance. And once you start avoiding movement, your muscles weaken even faster. This is why I'm so passionate about this message, because breaking that cycle early can make all the difference in your quality of life. My friends, I want you to imagine something. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. Do you want to be walking tall, moving freely, and enjoying your independence? Or do you want to be struggling to get out of a chair, holding onto walls for balance, and avoiding activities you love because you're afraid you might fall? The choice you make today to take care of your legs will determine that future, and it's not too late. I've seen people turn things around in just a few months by giving their bodies the right care. So here's my message to you. Respect your legs, protect them, nourish them, and strengthen them. Don't wait until you've lost strength to start trying to get it back. The best time to care for your legs was yesterday. The second best time is today. And when you combine the right exercises with the right nutrients, especially before bedtime, you create the perfect environment for your muscles to recover and grow stronger while you sleep. Your legs are your freedom, my friends. Take care of them, and they will carry you through a long, healthy, active life. God bless you. I want you to understand something that most people never think about. The nighttime hours are one of the most powerful healing windows your body has. While you're sleeping, your body is not just resting, it's working, it's repairing, rebuilding, and restoring itself at a cellular level. Your muscles, including the ones in your legs, go through a whole repair cycle while you sleep. This is why what you do before bedtime can make a world of difference in how strong and healthy your legs feel when you wake up in the morning. Let me explain. During the day, you're moving, walking, standing, climbing stairs, even just sitting and getting up again is work for your leg muscles. All that activity creates tiny micro tears in the muscle fibers. This isn't a bad thing. In fact, it's part of the process that makes you stronger. But those little tears need to be repaired. And where does that repair happen? Mostly at night, during deep, restful sleep. This is when your body sends amino acids, vitamins, and minerals to the muscles, stitches up those tiny tears, and makes the muscle just a little bit stronger than before. It's like a construction crew coming in after hours to fix the roads while the city is quiet. The problem is, if your body doesn't have the right building materials available at night, it can't do its job properly. Imagine hiring a construction crew but not giving them any bricks, wood, or nails. They show up ready to work, but they can't build anything. That's exactly what happens when your muscles are ready to repair at night, but you haven't given your body the nutrients it needs before you go to sleep. You wake up feeling stiff, weak, maybe even sore, not because you're getting older, but because your body didn't have the tools to finish the job. Now, this is why bedtime nutrition is so important. During the day, your fruit and supplements fuel your energy, keep you moving, and maintain your normal bodily functions. But at night, the focus shifts entirely to recovery. The vitamins and minerals you take before bed are not competing with all the demands of an active day. Instead, they can be directed straight toward the repair and strengthening of your muscles, bones, and connective tissues. Think of it as giving your body a quiet, undisturbed workspace where it can focus on one task, rebuilding you. I know some people think I'll just take my vitamins in the morning, and that's fine for certain nutrients, but when it comes to supporting muscle repair, timing matters. If you take certain vitamins at night, they're available to your muscles exactly when the repair process is happening. This makes them far more effective than if you take them early in the morning and your body burns through them during daily activity before repair time even begins. Another thing to understand is that your nighttime hormone levels also play a big role in muscle recovery. While you sleep, your body releases growth hormone, which stimulates tissue repair and muscle building. This is one of the reasons children grow so fast while they sleep. But even as adults, this hormone is essential for keeping our muscles strong. And guess what? Growth hormone does its best work when it has the right nutrients to work with. If your body is short on key vitamins and minerals, the hormone signals the repair process, but the process stalls because there's nothing to build with. It's like flipping the on switch for a machine, but finding out it's not plugged in. I also want to touch on circulation at night. When you're lying down, your heart doesn't have to work against gravity as much, so blood flows more easily to your muscles. This means your muscles can get a rich supply of oxygen and nutrients while you sleep. If you've given your body the right vitamins before bed, they'll be carried right to the places that need them most, your hard-working leg muscles. Over time, this consistent supply of nutrients during the repair phase leads to stronger, healthier legs that are ready to support you all day long. Now, my friends, there's another reason why nighttime is the perfect time to focus on leg health: reduced inflammation. After a day of walking, standing, and moving, your muscles and joints may have small amounts of inflammation from normal wear and tear. At night, your body works to bring that inflammation down. Certain vitamins and minerals not only help rebuild muscle, they also have anti-inflammatory properties, which means they can calm down those irritated tissues while you rest. This combination, reduced inflammation plus active repair, is what leaves you feeling lighter, looser, and stronger in the morning. So let me share a simple picture with you. Think of your body like a phone battery. During the day, you're using that battery up with every step you take, every chore you do, every errand you run. By nighttime, your battery is drained. Sleep is a charging time. But here's the catch: if you plug in the charger without any electricity running to it, the battery won't charge. The electricity, in this case, is the nutrition you provide. Without it, your sleep still rests your mind, but it doesn't fully recharge your muscles. With the right nutrients at night, you wake up feeling like your battery is at 100%. Without them, you might only be at 50%, and you feel it all day long in your legs. I know many of you over 60 think that feeling tired, stiff, or weak in the legs is just part of aging. I'm here to tell you that's not entirely true. Yes, the body changes as we get older. Yes, we have to work a little harder to maintain our strength, but weakness is not inevitable. The body is built to adapt at any age, and if you give it the right conditions, it will respond. Nighttime is one of those golden opportunities we cannot afford to waste. And I'm not just talking about swallowing a pill and forgetting about it. This is about creating a nightly ritual that supports your legs. That could mean doing a few gentle stretches before bed to improve circulation, drinking a small glass of water so your muscles stay hydrated, and taking the vitamins that feed your muscle repair process. When you do this consistently, you'll notice changes. Not overnight, but steadily. Your legs will feel stronger when you stand up from a chair. You'll notice you can walk farther without getting tired. Your balance will improve. And all of this is because you made a small choice before bedtime to give your body what it needed. So my friends, I want you to see bedtime not just as the end of your day, but as the beginning of your body's healing shift. The work you do for your legs while you sleep may be invisible, but the results will show up in every step you take during the day. Strong legs don't happen by accident. They happen when you support them at the times they need it most. And there's no better time than the quiet hours of the night when your body is ready to rebuild, if only you'll give it the tools to do so. God bless you. Let's talk about something I call the silent partner for your muscles, vitamin D. Most people know vitamin D as the sunshine vitamin, the nutrient that helps keep bones strong. But what many don't realize is just how deeply it's tied to your muscle strength, balance, and overall mobility, especially after the age of 60. This little nutrient works behind the scenes, and without enough of it, your legs can start to feel weaker, heavier, and less stable, even if you're eating well and staying active. When we think of strong legs, we often picture muscles toned, powerful, and ready to carry us. But muscles don't work in isolation. They need a strong, solid framework to anchor to, and that framework is your bones. Vitamin D plays a key role in making sure calcium gets into your bones and stays there, keeping them dense and strong. But here's the part many people don't know. Vitamin D also helps your nerves communicate with your muscles. Every time you take a step, your brain sends an electrical signal down your nerves to your muscles, telling them to contract, relax, and adjust so you don't lose your balance. Without enough vitamin D, those signals can slow down or misfire, and your muscles can't respond as quickly. That's when you start to notice little things, stumbling more often, feeling off balance, or struggling to get up from a chair. Now here's the challenge. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at making vitamin D from sunlight. In our younger years, just a few minutes in the sun could give us a healthy dose, but after 60, that process slows down dramatically. Add in the fact that many of us spend less time outdoors, and when we do, we often wear sunscreen or cover up, and it's easy to see why vitamin D deficiency is so common. In fact, studies show that nearly half of older adults have low vitamin D levels, and most don't even know it. The signs of low vitamin D aren't always obvious at first. You might feel more tired than usual, have muscle aches, or notice that you're not as steady on your feet. Over time, this deficiency can lead to weaker muscles, softer bones, and a much higher risk of falls and fractures. That's why I always tell my patients and my viewers, don't wait for a big problem to show up before you take vitamin D seriously. Now you might be wondering, why take it at bedtime? Here's the reason: muscle repair and bone rebuilding happen most intensely at night while you sleep. When you take vitamin D in the evening, it's available in your system right when your body is pulling calcium into your bones and strengthening those muscle to bone connections. Think of it like restocking the shelves in a store overnight so everything is ready for customers in the morning. You're giving your body the raw materials it needs exactly when the work is being done. I also want to stress this. Vitamin D doesn't work alone. It's part of a team. It helps your body absorb calcium, but it also needs magnesium to activate it and make it usable. This is why people can sometimes take vitamin D and still not feel much improvement, because their magnesium levels are too low to switch it on. This is why pairing your bedtime vitamin D with adequate magnesium during the day can create a powerful synergy for your muscle and bone health. Another reason vitamin D is so important for your legs is because of how it affects muscle fiber composition. We have two main types of muscle fibers: slow twitch fibers for endurance and fast twitch fibers for quick, powerful movements, like catching yourself if you start to trip. Research shows that vitamin D helps preserve and even increase those fast twitch fibers. Without it, those fibers shrink and you lose the ability to react quickly, one of the key reasons older adults fall more often. By keeping your vitamin D levels healthy, you're not just maintaining strength, you're preserving your body's built-in safety system. I know some people worry about taking too much vitamin D, and that's a valid concern. More is not always better. That's why I always recommend getting your levels checked through a simple blood test. This way you can work with your healthcare provider to find the right dosage for you. For some, it might be 1,000 IU a day. For others, it could be 2,000 or more, depending on their levels, diet, and sun exposure. The goal is to reach an optimal range where your muscles and bones are fully supported without going overboard. And here's something else to remember. Food can help, but it's hard to get enough vitamin D from diet alone. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are great sources, as are fortified foods like certain dairy products and cereals. But even with a healthy diet, many older adults still need supplementation to reach optimal levels. This is especially true if you live in a place with long winters or spend most of your time indoors. Taking vitamin D at bedtime can also help with another common issue: nighttime leg discomfort. Low vitamin D has been linked to muscle cramps and restless legs, which can disrupt your sleep. By addressing the deficiency, you may find not only that your legs feel stronger during the day, but also that you sleep more soundly at night. And better sleep means better recovery, more energy, and a greater capacity for movement the next day. My friends, I've seen remarkable turnarounds when people address their vitamin D levels. I've had patients in their 70s who felt unsteady, who were nervous about walking outside alone, who regained confidence and stability simply by correcting a deficiency. I've seen people go from feeling tired and achy to waking up with energy and strength they thought they'd lost forever. This is why I'm so passionate about spreading this message, because sometimes the solution is simpler than we think. I want you to imagine your legs as pillars holding up the temple of your life. Those pillars need a strong internal structure, that's your bones, and a smooth communication system between the brain and muscles. Vitamin D strengthens both. It's like pouring a reinforcing mixture into those pillars every night, making sure they stay sturdy and responsive. Without it, cracks can form silently, and one day they give way. With it, they remain strong, capable of carrying you wherever you want to go. So if you're over 60, don't underestimate the role of vitamin D. Have your levels checked, make sure you're getting enough, and consider taking it at night so your body can put it to work during those precious repair hours. Pair it with good nutrition, light daily activity, and the other nutrients your muscles need, and you'll be giving your legs and your entire body the gift of strength, stability, and independence. Remember, my friends, your legs are your freedom. Give them the support they need, and they will carry you far. God bless you. Let's talk about one of the most overlooked minerals in the entire world of health, magnesium. I call it the muscle relaxation mineral, but the truth is, magnesium is so much more than that. If you've been struggling with leg cramps at night, restless legs, stiffness in the morning, or that heavy, tired feeling when you walk, there's a good chance magnesium is the missing link. And if you're over 60, this becomes even more important because your body's magnesium levels naturally decline with age, and that loss can directly impact your leg strength, flexibility, and endurance. Now let's think about what your muscles are actually doing all day. Every time you move your legs, whether you're standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or simply taking a walk, your muscles are contracting and relaxing over and over again. For that to happen smoothly, your body relies on a delicate balance of minerals, with magnesium playing a starring role. Magnesium helps muscles relax after they contract. Without enough of it, your muscles can stay tense, leading to cramps, tightness, and fatigue. Imagine trying to open and close your hands if they were stuck in a half-clenched position. That's what your leg muscles feel like when magnesium is low. But magnesium's role goes far beyond just relaxing muscles. It's a key player in protein synthesis, the process your body uses to repair and build muscle tissue. Remember, when you move during the day, you create tiny micro tears in your muscles, and at night your body goes to work repairing them. Magnesium is like the project manager overseeing that repair crew, making sure all the pieces are coming together correctly. Without the project manager, the crew is unorganized and the repairs take longer, or worse, don't get done properly. That's when your legs can feel weaker over time instead of stronger. Here's something else you might not know. Magnesium also works hand in hand with calcium. Calcium is what allows your muscles to contract, but magnesium is what allows them to relax afterward. If you have too much calcium and not enough magnesium, your muscles can end up in a constant state of tension. This imbalance is one of the reasons so many older adults experience leg cramps at night. You see, our diets today tend to be high in calcium but low in magnesium, and that creates a tug-of-war inside your muscles. Bringing those levels back into balance by increasing magnesium can make a dramatic difference in how your legs feel. And here's where timing comes in. Taking magnesium at bedtime is a game changer. Why? Because this is when your muscles need to shift from the high activity state of the day into a deep recovery state for the night. Magnesium helps trigger that shift. It calms the nervous system, relaxes the muscles, and prepares your body for deeper, more restorative sleep. And while you're in that restful state, magnesium is quietly at work, helping rebuild your leg muscles, improving their function and resilience. One of the most common complaints I hear from people over 60 is that they wake up in the middle of the night with painful calf cramps. These cramps can be intense, sometimes so bad they force you out of bed. In many cases, this is a magnesium issue. When you have enough magnesium circulating in your body, your muscles are less likely to spasm during the night, and even if they do, the cramps are usually milder and shorter. This is why bedtime magnesium is like insurance for your muscles while you sleep. But magnesium isn't just about preventing cramps, it also improves circulation by helping blood vessels relax. This means more oxygen and nutrients can get to your leg muscles both during the night and throughout the day. Better circulation means faster recovery, less stiffness in the morning, and more endurance when you're on your feet. It also supports healthy nerve function, ensuring that the messages from your brain to your muscles are clear and precise. This is crucial for balance, something that becomes even more important as we get older. Another fascinating thing about magnesium is its effect on energy. You might think that because it relaxes the body, it would make you feel sluggish, but it's actually the opposite. Magnesium is essential for the production of ATP, the energy currency of your cells. Without magnesium, your body can't efficiently turn food into usable energy. That's why people with low magnesium often feel tired even after a full night's sleep. When your magnesium levels are healthy, you wake up feeling more refreshed with stronger, more energized legs ready to carry you through the day. Now here's the reality. Most people over 60 aren't getting enough magnesium. Even if you're eating a healthy diet, modern farming practices have depleted the soil of magnesium, which means the foods we eat contain less of it than they used to. Foods rich in magnesium include leafy greens like spinach, nuts, seeds, beans, and whole grains. But to reach optimal levels, especially if you're already deficient, supplementation is often necessary. There are different forms of magnesium supplements, and some are better absorbed than others. Magnesium glycinate and magnesium citrate are two of my favorites for muscle health and relaxation. If you decide to supplement, start with a moderate dose and see how your body responds. Too much magnesium at once can cause digestive upset, so it's better to ease into it. And of course, always talk to your healthcare provider before starting any new supplement, especially if you have kidney issues or other health concerns. I've seen amazing results when people start getting enough magnesium, especially at bedtime. Patients who struggled with nightly leg cramps for years found relief within weeks. Others who had trouble sleeping noticed deeper, more restful nights. And almost everyone reported feeling less stiffness in their legs and more confidence when walking. These aren't small changes. These are life-changing improvements that can keep you active, independent, and enjoying life well into your later years. I want you to picture something. Imagine your legs as finely tuned instruments. During the day, you play them hard, walking, standing, bending, climbing. At night, they need to be retuned, the tension released, the strings realigned. Magnesium is the hand of the master musician, gently adjusting, loosening, and preparing those instruments to play beautifully again the next day. Without it, the strings stay tight, the notes sound off, and eventually the instrument can't play the way it used to. So my friends, if you've been experiencing cramps, restless legs, stiffness, or just a general feeling of weakness in your legs, don't ignore it. Look at your magnesium intake, especially before bed. This small change could be the difference between waking up feeling sore and tired or waking up ready to move, walk, and live your life to the fullest. Give your legs the gift of magnesium and they will reward you with strength, flexibility, and the freedom to keep doing what you love. God bless you. My friends, I want to talk to you about a nutrient that is absolutely essential for keeping your legs strong, steady, and full of life. Vitamin B12. I like to call it the spark plug of your muscles. Just like a car can't run without spark plugs to ignite the fuel, your muscles can't perform at their best without B12 to fire up the energy systems that make them move. And for those of us over 60, B12 becomes even more critical because as we age, our ability to absorb it drops dramatically. This is one of those nutrients that you might not even realize you're low in until your legs start sending you signals: weakness, heaviness, numbness, tingling, or a sense of imbalance. Now here's the thing about vitamin B12, it's deeply tied to both your energy production and your nervous system. You see, B12 helps your body produce red blood cells. Those red blood cells carry oxygen to every muscle in your body, including the powerful muscles in your legs. Without enough oxygen, your muscles tire quickly, and even simple activities like walking to the mailbox or climbing a flight of stairs can leave you feeling drained. Think about it like this. If oxygen is the fuel for your muscles, B12 is the delivery truck that makes sure that fuel gets where it needs to go. Without the truck, the fuel never arrives and your legs can't perform. But B12's role doesn't stop there. It also maintains the protective coating around your nerves called myelin. This coating ensures that electrical signals from your brain reach your muscles quickly and accurately. Every time you take a step, your brain is sending dozens of tiny messages to your leg muscles, telling them when to contract, when to relax, and how to coordinate with one another. If your B12 levels are low, that myelin can start to deteriorate and those signals slow down or get scrambled. The result? You may feel unsteady, your reflexes may not be as sharp, and you may have trouble catching yourself if you trip or lose your balance. This is why B12 deficiency is often linked to balance problems and falls in older adults. And here's the part that concerns me most. B12 deficiency can sneak up on you. The early signs can be subtle, a little more fatigue than usual, a bit of tingling in the feet, maybe some forgetfulness or trouble concentrating, because these symptoms can be mistaken for just getting older. Many people never realize what's really going on until the deficiency is severe. But the good news is if you catch it early and correct it, you can often reverse the symptoms and restore strength and stability to your legs. So why does B12 absorption drop with age? It's because your stomach produces less stomach acid and less of a protein called intrinsic factor, which is necessary for absorbing B12 from food. Even if you're eating foods rich in B12 like fish, meat, poultry, eggs, and dairy, your body may not be pulling enough of it out to meet your needs. This is why so many older adults benefit from B12 supplements or injections, which bypass some of the absorption problems. Now let's talk about timing. Why take B12 at night? You might think that since B12 is tied to energy, it would be better in the morning. And yes, for some people that works well. But here's the interesting part. Your muscles rebuild and your nervous system repairs itself while you sleep. Taking B12 in the evening ensures that your body has this powerful nutrient circulating right when those repair processes are in full swing. It's like delivering fresh parts to a repair shop right when the mechanics are working. They can install them immediately without having to wait for the next shipment. For your legs, this means stronger muscle contractions, better coordination, and faster reflexes. It means waking up with more energy in your lower body and more confidence in your ability to walk, stand, and move throughout the day. I've seen dramatic transformations when people address their B12 levels. I remember a woman in her late 70s who came to me because she felt like her legs were giving out on her. She was afraid to walk without holding on to walls. After checking her blood work, we found her B12 was extremely low. Within a month of supplementation, she told me she felt like a switch had been flipped. Her legs had strength again, her energy was back, and her balance had improved so much that she was walking outside without fear. Another benefit of B12 is its role in preventing muscle loss. When your nerves and muscles communicate efficiently, you can maintain activity levels that keep your muscles strong. But when nerve signals are weak, you tend to move less, and that inactivity leads to muscle shrinkage. Keeping your B12 levels healthy breaks this cycle by supporting nerve health and muscle activity. Let's not forget, B12 is also involved in DNA synthesis, which is critical for the growth and repair of every cell in your body. This means it's not just your muscles and nerves benefiting, your entire body is. But for the purposes of our focus here, stronger legs after 60, B12's impact on oxygen delivery and nerve conduction is second to none. You might be wondering how to know if you need more B12. The best way is to get a blood test because symptoms alone aren't always reliable. Some people with low B12 have very obvious symptoms while others feel fine until the deficiency becomes severe. If your levels are on the low end of normal, it's often worth boosting them, especially if you have leg weakness, balance problems, or unexplained fatigue. When it comes to supplementation, there are different forms of B12, cyanocobalamin, methylcobalamin, and hydroxycobalamin. Methylcobalamin is often preferred for nerve health, but the best form for you depends on your body's needs and how well you absorb it. Sublingual, under-the-tongue tablets and injections are both excellent options for bypassing absorption issues in the stomach. I want you to picture your legs as a high-performance machine. For that machine to run smoothly, it needs both fuel and a spark to ignite that fuel. B12 is the spark. Without it, the machine sputters, stalls, and loses power. With it, everything fires on all cylinders. Your muscles engage fully, your balance improves, and you can move with strength and confidence. And here's the beautiful part. Boost 12 works quickly while rebuilding muscle strength takes time. Many people feel an energy boost within days or weeks of starting supplementation. That extra energy often leads to more movement, which in turn builds more muscle. It's a positive cycle that can completely change how you feel in your body. So my friends, if you're over 60 and you want your legs to carry you with strength, stability, and vitality, do not overlook vitamin B12. Get your levels checked, Make sure you're getting enough and consider taking an evening so it can go to work while your body is in repair mode. This simple step could mean the difference between legs that struggle to keep up and legs that take you everywhere you want to go with ease. Your legs are your freedom. Keep that spark alive and they will serve you well for years to come. God bless you.